Huzzah!
Huzzah!
Dude, I actually thought those were gonna break right there.
Oh, that was nice. It's
That was
conference
aggressive.
eve.
That
We're
was
here.
that was an aggro glass clink.
Yeah.
It's conference eve. That's why, and we're about to drink a bunch of energy drinks.
Can't
Get
even
ourselves
contain it.
Hyped up. I can't believe it. Last night's
is a
session
horrible
0.
idea.
Tonight we're going to drink energy drinks conference eve, and we're about to have a secret session pretty soon. We'll tell you more about that in a second. And then tomorrow we start session 1 of We're One Conference. I'm going to do a little trivia that you guys don't know about right here on the spot. How much do you guys know about We're One Conference 2026? I want to see how many things that you know. You can give me every single thing off the top of your head, and we'll fill in the blanks as we go.
Well, that's
Anything. Theme. Who's
I thought you were
coming?
going to ask questions.
No,
I thought you were saying,
no,
I'm going to
so
see how
I'm
much.
in.
No,
I don't
how
know where
much
to
you know.
start.
Theme,
Oh,
who's
man.
coming, what's available, what's provided, anything you can think of. We'll fill it in the rest of the time.
Well, I know I'll be there.
I'll be there.
I'll be there. I'm going to be there. Jon Rush,
Yep.
David Latting tonight, right?
Secret session in a little bit. We'll be cut into it soon. David Latting.
David Latting. That's
It'd
going to be sweet.
be Pastor Tyler and David Latting.
Martin
Amazing
and
conversation.
Millicent.
Yep.
It's going to be fire.
It's going to be super cool.
I always want to say, I always want to call him Zach Galifianakis.
Why?
What's his name? Takarori. I always want to say Galifianakis
Michael
for some reason.
El-Takrori. Who is that?
Did you just
Zach
call him?
Galifianakis?
Did you just call him Taco Rory?
Michael El-Takrori.
Yeah.
But that's
it's
a
hard
fire
last
nickname.
name, El-Takrori.
Taco Rory. Can we do that from now on?
Takrori.
Taco
I think
Rory.
it's Takrori. I think it's just he just had his
Sorry, Michael.
birthday. He just turned 32 years old.
That's a young buck.
In January. Wow. Crazy.
Young buck.
Okay, so we'll fill in some more of those blanks in a second. Let's get into this. We're going to drink some energy drinks. As our energy goes up, we'll keep talking about conference. And in the chat, engage with us the whole time on a couple different things. One, if you want this super hot fire giveaway, put giveaway at any given point. We'll keep telling you about that. 2, I want you to tell us as we go if we're rating these right. What are your favorite energy drinks? Or if you're like the mom out there or somebody who disagrees, it's okay. We can still all love Jesus. You can be like, energy drinks are bad for you. Don't drink
We're not
them.
pretending this is healthy. Like
No.
what we're about to
We're
do.
not
is
asking
like,
you to do it. We're
like
not
we should
asking
probably
them to
do a
it.
disclaimer. Like you shouldn't do this.
We're
This
gonna do
is
it.
not good for your health.
We're going to do it.
But also, here's what I would say. I'm going to give my word. I will not rage bait while we do this.
What do you mean?
If it's trash, and if I say it's trash, I really think it's trash. I'm not trying to get
Meaning
the chat
there's
hot
already-
about
there's
it.
already some
'Cause
that
this
you-
is polarized. I haven't had probably 70 to 90% of these before. I don't know. I haven't had at least half.
What of these have you had?
I'm like, my hands are getting sweaty. I'm like actually
He does
nervous.
not.
I think
do
right now, to
caffeine.
clarify this out of the gate, they do not drink energy drinks past like
I don't drink caffeine past 3 o'clock at all.
Yeah.
So at this point, it is a bad idea for
I
them.
wouldn't even. I
But
wouldn't
on
be
top
drinking
of
something
that,
right now.
I'll only drink things that have natural caffeine and it needs to be under 70 milligrams of caffeine. And so I'm looking at these.
Your serving you end up with might be under 70 milligrams.
Let's
given
start
these
here
brands.
with the first one, and I'll fill in this information as we go too. Each one of these little pieces of paper gives us another talking point of something else we can tell them about We're One Conference. So here you pour the drink, and what is that? A Celsius? Ooh,
This is
What flavor?
200
I
milligrams.
love watermelon Celsius.
Oh,
Like anything watermelon, it's already my favorite. That's
It's
number one.
Immediately going to be like at the bottom of the list. Are we rating these?
But this
is that
is-
how it's
We're gonna
going?
rate them as we go.
But we're rating them like each one is 0 to 10, or
Maybe-
rating them 1 through.
maybe
This
we-
is synthetic
worst.
caffeine, so it like hits
So we're giving
even harder.
each one.
We should
Okay,
probably
so we
How
need
much
to
do you
change this
want?
lineup
keep it
at
a little
the
bit,
end.
a little bit more for me.
All right. I feel like I already gave myself too
So
much.
while
Yeah,
he's
Luke,
pouring,
you-
I got to
you
tell
should
you,
go
the
gently.
vision of We're One Conference 2026 is Imago Day, or as James Cowell, who's one of the ones that's coming, he's coming from Norwich, UK. He says Imagio is how he says it. Imagio Day. So when y'all hear James,
Is it
that,
day or die?
Is that like a
I've
Day.
heard both.
I think it's Day.
I
Imago
usually
Day.
hear day, but
is that a British thing or is he doesn't know how to say it?
day.
Okay, let's clink and then we'll
No one knows.
I don't know.
Is that
He is
like
British.
how they say it over there or?
It's not as good as I remembered.
No, it's not.
It's but
Why does anyone drink that?
let me finish this thought. Okay, so he's from Norwich, UK. He's got the most brilliant accent you've ever heard. Just talked to him on the phone.
He does have
here
a cool
the other
accent.
day, and he's the voice of the trailer of the conference trailer. and really cool guy, great heart. I love his message. He told me a little about what he's going to speak on Imago Day, but I think this vision's super cool because we live in a culture right now that is really losing track of, misplacing what it means to be called the image of God. So we're going to hit that at conference. It's going to be amazing. What do we rate this first drink?
I don't like it very much at all, to be honest.
I think it's different out of the can.
We're going 1 through 7. I would immediately put this one like 5 for me.
I would push it to 7 and see if anything's worse.
We can move them after, yeah.
We could.
That's fine. Okay, I'd put it to 7.
Okay. I don't like it at all.
I think it can start at 7.
But back to the Imago Day thing. Is that like how they call apartments flats and like parking garages parking lots? Is it? They call them like car parks or something like that?
I don't know. Do you know?
It's just different.
I wonder if maybe he just can't read. Like maybe
No,
he just struggles to
James.
read it.
He's like,
maybe.
I don't agree with that at all.
He audiobooks all of his theology.
One of the things that I thought about is depending on how much we pour in here, we have to finish it before we can get
You
to
know,
the
the
next
first time I met him, I'm trying to remember.
Oh, I forgot.
The
You
first
two
time
together
we, yeah,
went
the
to
first time
Norwich.
we met him, didn't he show us a bunch of like, they were selling like British candies?
I'm
Is that what it
speaking to
was? They were
Pastor
selling
Tyler
like a
off camera,
bunch
by the way.
of British candies, and I think we got to try some. Was it a fundraiser or something? Yeah, he's a cool dude. Cool dude.
A fundraiser.
Also, you're
They
cool
took- they
too,
took my
Michael
gum.
Zachary Galifianakis Takarori.
They took my gum before we started this, but they didn't know I had more.
Can we try the next one?
Yeah, let's try. This is number 2.
Oh, this is the famed. I've never had. Okay,
White Monster.
I've never done this before.
Yeah, we will. We'll talk about it
we'll
all.
get there.
We'll get there. We're just talking,
Golly,
about James,
Peanut
guys.
Gallery.
Our producers.
Wait. What do we do
Our
with this?
producers are trying to like tell us what to do here. Like
What's
they're
the,
trying
like,
to produce.
the-
What's going on?
Is there a palate cleanser, or is there somewhere I can dump this out?
This is like a
Or am I going like White Monster on top of Watermelon Celsius?
Oh, let me just finish it.
This is a really
Well,
nice like
then we
UV
need a
print.
smaller serving because I
Yeah,
see
it's a really
7 things I need to drink. and
I
it's
just had a
getting
straw.
kinda late in
I
the
had a
day.
strawberry monster yesterday. Wow, that strawberry monster is Pastor Tyler's favorite
still residue.
monster.
All right.
Hey, PT, come here really quick. Tell us.
Crack it.
You started drinking Monster. Tell the people why you started drinking Monster.
I saw this reel that said white monster or monsters are good for you. The zero sugar monsters are not bad for you, so I
Preach.
believe it.
Preach.
That's
So-
it. I just believe it now.
You're so dumb.
Hey, if they're gonna believe that automatically they're bad from seeing some sort of reel like a Facebook mom or something like that, I'm gonna do the same
Hey,
thing.
Why
just
can't we believe they're good?
Be careful when you dump that thing upside down because you don't want to get the.
Hey, before I forget. Oh yeah, let's talk
Careful,
about that.
careful. Hey, don't do
Let's-
that near me. Don't do that near me.
So, are you guys seeing the debate? Is that's 666? Have you heard that before?
I have. I've seen the reels. Yeah.
Mark of the Beast drink here. We might want to give that a second here. While we're letting that cool and he's going to pour that, let's talk a little bit more.
Okay, me.
Let's talk a little bit more about the lineup here. So one of our good mates,
Wow,
as,
that's a satisfying.
good of our good mates, as James would say, Jon Rush. We call him Uncle John here. One of my best friends. He's coming, and he's going to speak at session 0. He's going to cook. You don't want to try that one?
No, I'll do it myself.
Oh, okay. He's going to cook at session 0.
That's insane,
It's going to be incredible. James will be there, conference weekend. What? That's it?
dude.
Dude, you're
We
gonna
got to
like,
do 7 of these.
This is just the one I've never.
you're going to like it.
No, there's
I
like
got too
4
much
or
of
5 I've never had, but this one I
my
hear
problem
about.
there.
I feel like every single day, and I've never tried.
Hey,
Did you
can-
give me a bad
gum?
glass or something? It tastes dusty.
Oh, is it like a grapefruit? What is it?
It's White Monster. It's,
No.
yeah,
What's the flavor profile?
I'm telling you, it's a White Monster. You guys know who
would-
likes Airheads? I love Airheads.
I'd say grapefruit.
White Airhead is a mystery. That's the flavor. It's mystery. They
Yeah,
don't
but I
tell
think
you.
the mystery is they also change it up every time. It's like, isn't it like the leftover colors of all the other ones, and they combine it in and then just make it white?
It's the Carmine.
Wow.
It's
So
40,000
this is like
crushed red
abominable
bugs.
snowman
ju-
flavor. It's
if-
just white monster.
You want to talk about Instagram videos?
Welcome
You've
If
seen.
you're-
Don't get me
Himalayas!
started.
If you're just joining right now, welcome to Conference Eve.
If you're just joining, we're about to start a discussion how birds are not real, and it's how the government watches us.
there hasn't been a real bird since
He's
the
not
70s.
joking right now, folks. He's not.
Thread
not
Smith's
joking.
going to get
Hey,
off his leash real quick if we don't.
Real quick, though.
Unleash.
If you're
the
just tuning
beast.
in, we're about to go to the secret session here pretty soon with David Latting, Pastor Tyler and David Latting. Have an amazing conversation here at We Run Conference. And what I want to say before I forget, though, is I am genuinely I've never been this excited about all the people that are going to be at conference. Like, actually, like, I know we're talking about like Amagio Day and like James and John, but seriously, I can't believe that we got Martin and Millicent the way we got them to come. Long story short, they're from Australia. So we got James coming from Norwich, UK. We got them coming from, I think, Cidney. I'm pretty sure they're in Cidney, Australia.
All
So-
Australians to me are from Sydney.
Yeah, they're-
Sydney.
They're all from Sydney.
You're
my wife's
literally
name
either
also.
in Cidney or you're just a crocodile.
You're actually from
hunter
New
in the
Zealand, and I
outback.
just misunderstood your
I
accent.
saw a video of Millicent preaching on Instagram. I immediately hit her up afterwards. The quickest we've ever booked anybody. It blew my mind. We booked them to come, and I asked, is there any chance you'll be in the U.S.? They said, you're not going to believe this, but the whole month of March will be in the U.S. I go, do you have this date? You're not going to believe this. The only date we have available is that date.
It's pretty sweet.
How cool is it? They're in the U.S. when we need them. What a God thing. I'm excited for David here in a little bit. We should also rate this 666 drink.
I mean,
before
I think we should
forget.
also keep the disclaimer going. Like, you should not do this. We do not recommend this. Whatever PT says, this is not healthy. But this tastes
Well, hey,
incredible.
I trust PT.
This honestly tastes fire.
Yeah, it's good, isn't
It
it?
tastes so
Dude,
good.
strawberry is real good.
Let
It
me
is
try it
not
again.
healthy by any means, but it tastes incredible.
I didn't think it was very good.
Also,
I thought it tasted like
I
chemicals.
really
Guys,
like
we're
that.
okay sharing the same drinks and cans because we are all biological blood brothers. I know we don't look like it, but we are.
I mean, me and Luke kind of look like it, but
What?
You don't. I mean, I think me
I
and
feel
Luke,
like me and Luke look like it.
you think?
Yes.
No.
I mean, if I like
What?
didn't have
You
the
think
hair-
they look like it and I don't look like a brother?
Yeah, me and Luke could definitely pass as
What?
brothers a lot
I've always
quicker.
thought me and Luke look like brothers.
Like when we were kids.
I don't think you look like any of us.
You look like mom.
Yeah, you look like mom, and we both look like dad. All right, we'll keep it going. Sit down.
Where do you want to put
Are
this
you
thing?
guys serious? I've never heard that said before. My mind's blown right now.
I can't believe that your mind is blown because
I've always
there's
thought that I looked
there's
like a brother. And I
10
thought he didn't
people-
look like a brother over
there's
here.
10 people in this room, and no one's mind is blown but you.
Serious? You thought they always look?
You're gonna really have your mind blown when you watch this stream back.
Wow.
Wow, I think you don't think that's good though, Luke.
Yeah,
you don't
it's
like
really
it at all.
good. I think this.
I think
could-
that's number one right now.
I honestly think my
I'm
crunchy
actually-
wife is ruining me. I think they
Yeah, I
all
know.
taste like chemicals.
Yeah, they do.
Okay,
That's,
can we
that's
make
not
a
wrong?
hey? Can we make a vote rule that 2 out of 3 of us have to agree on the
But
position of the
tasty
vote?
chemicals.
Sure. Did we all agreed on the watermelon, right? So we've already
Yeah,
done that?
I
Okay.
currently that is not as good as I remember. So
Celsius was horrible.
I'm fine
Like
with
that was like
I think-
really
okay.
really bad.
number 3. Just a classic.
Yeah, I've never had the white
just
monster
a classic Red Bull.
or those.
The
three.
fact, like, what
So-
honestly worries me
Yeah.
is the small can, because it makes me believe that it's so much more concentrated than the rest of the drinks.
Something's happening in my esophagus or digestive tract that concerns me like mildly right now.
Might have done more than I meant to.
I don't
on
like
that.
what I feel right now.
That looks like urine.
I used to always say in high school,
You need to drink
Monster
more
was-
water if that looks like urine.
Monster
That
was
looks like
just
someone who has
Bigfoot
drank
urine.
too much Red Bull urine.
Oh. This ain't
Dude,
it, Chief.
That's it.
This is just
I'm not
That's
gonna
it.
lie, though.
I love.
I'm not gonna lie.
Do you like Red Bull?
You
No?
you cracked that, and just the aroma of it, like
it feels like high school.
if I close my eyes,
Wow.
I'm 14 years old at the skate park.
Guys,
again,
you
right?
didn't even
Like,
get me
it's-
sugar free. What are
Yeah.
you guys doing to me?
yeah, that's insane.
Wow.
I
26 grams of sugar in this little can.
I would say I like this better than
80
the-
milligrams.
This is better than the watermelon Celsius to me,
Yeah, I like it.
but I'm good.
What do
I
you guys-
legitimately have not had
Wow.
a Red Bull
I like that.
in 12 years.
Did I miss the trash can? Oh, isn't that what you gave me the trash can for? Oh, well then, what are
That's
you
so
being
good.
all weirded out about?
What is that?
I like that. I like that a lot.
That is the taste of extreme
This
sports.
this vitalizes body and mind.
It doesn't. The people who rep this drink water from inside the same can to fool us all into drinking the chemical version.
While we're thinking about rating this really quick, I don't want to forget, they need to know about something brand new coming to conference we've never done before. This will be Friday night after session 1 of conference at 10 p.m. But before I get there, if you'd like to enter this giveaway, you just put giveaway in the chat. And we're gonna
Comment the word giveaway.
We're gonna randomly. Is that how people do it on like YouTube things? They stop and they kind of like get your interest, and I don't know.
Well, typically it's like when you've done the most pivotal thing in the whole video, when you've done the thing that's like you earned the moment, then you go, Let me take a moment to thank our sponsor.
Red Bull
because
gives you
What I'm
earned it.
afraid of is in this video, that's cardiac arrest.
Dude,
I can't believe
Like
we're only
the-
3 in. I should drew
The
a little bit
climax
less
of
each
this
we
one.
get
video
water?
is a health concern.
That's actually a good idea. Could we get water?
Can we get like a little
We didn't prepare.
palate cleanser? And I've been off
You're
sugar
gonna check,
for like
he's gonna
2
check
weeks.
his heart. It's 781.
How many of these are
my
the full
anniversary.
sugar and
It's
how
my
many are
anniversary. I
the
can't
zero
remember.
sugar?
You can't remember your anniversary?
Well, no, it's a set. Yeah, I think it's 781.
Guys.
No.
What? That doesn't.
Killing me.
7, 8.
You're probably literally killing me.
There's
Can we
12
start
months
the
in the
fourth
year.
one, or are you,
Wait, one sec.
you got
Before I
something you're
forget.
doing? All right.
Okay, so if you want to enter this giveaway, put giveaway in the chat. Our host in the chat is going to randomly at the very end draw. We're going to announce it. A lot of great stuff in here. This custom Amagio Day journal, super sick. The energy drinks to go along. Again, we do not tell anybody they should drink them. We're just going to give them to you. And then lots of good candy and stuff like that. Joyride, some good stuff. And liquid IV in case you've had too much of the energy drink. Also, 400 milligrams of the is the amount that's FCA approved. So we do not encourage you to drink more than 400 milligrams
I don't know what
in
the
a day.
FCA is other than the Fellowship of Christian Athletes, but the FDA definitely recommends
It's because
not drinking more than 400
Listen,
milligrams.
It's because we've been preparing for this soccer camp and we're working with FCA to do this soccer camp.
I think it's actually the World Health Organization, not the FDA. But
Oh,
I'm
anyways,
sure they agree.
And I like to
Wait,
stay
who?
200 or under, just to make that clear. I do need to say this though. Friday night, that's what I was saying. 10 p.m. We're doing something brand new called the Conference Quest. It's gonna be a game show we're putting on called the
that's fun.
Conference Quest. It's gonna be a ton of fun, and not only can you enter the game show, have a blast in our youth-atorium, but also you can win some conference cash. It's gonna be really cool.
what does that mean?
Money, please.
You can win some cash. I don't know. I think we just put conference at the front of money. You can win money. That's
What
what
does that mean? Like conference cash is stuff I can spend at on what?
You
Like merch? Like,
anything you want. It's real money.
that's
But
pretty
what-
sweet.
You can
What-
get some real money.
I like that. Actually.
What would you, if you had conference cash, what would you go get?
Merch probably. Like when I'm there, it's
Yeah, I
like
would
you
go
only
with
get
merch.
one shot at.
I
at-
think I'd
at
go up
merch.
to my favorite speaker and I'd say that ministered to me, and I'd give it all to them.
The-
And I'd go, in return, can I have real money back? Because I'm gonna go buy
It is-
White Monster.
It's real money. Where's this going? Where's this going? Red Bull. Put in the chat.
I think
also, where
I
where
think
do you think
straight
this is
the
going?
Red Bull is like 5,
Really?
6, 5.
Maybe it was the nostalgia, but I actually enjoyed that.
You'd go higher on that.
What about a 4? Or we split the difference. We can always move these later.
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know what the rest are going to taste like, but
Speaking of 4,
yeah, I'd go after some merch. There's
What's
there's some pretty good pieces this year. I heard they brought in a guest designer.
Did he do some of the merch?
he designed a bunch
There's
of the merch.
three
and
there's
honestly,
three pieces that I
there's
don't
some pretty sick pieces on
I
there.
Year
don't-
1 X mainstay collab.
don't forget to, go get your fingerprint Jesus tee.
That's pretty cool. Let's talk about the merch for a second while we're
Hold on.
Get-
What is it
get-
called? Because I
I
definitely
don't know
just
what they ended up calling it.
I just definitely pictured Jesus in like a police station, like getting fingerprinted, fingerprinting Jesus.
It's basically like a thumbprint. What I
It's
like
super
about this
cool.
shirt is when you stand very close to it, it looks like a picture of Jesus, and when you step very far away from it, it's an optical illusion. It becomes a thumbprint.
Ghost, Welch's, Grape, Cram. Yeah, you know what's crazy?
This is Welch's collab.
So my buddy who's the head coach of the soccer team, he saw it on Instagram. I just get this random text, basically like, "I'll have that, please." Like, just get a text from him, like, of that fingerprint one. Like, this is sweet. I want that.
Hey,
But-
this one's natural caffeine and 0 sugar, which means it's gonna kill us 5% slower.
I will say merch. Shout out to Gail as well with the tapestry jacket.
That's
One's pretty sweet.
I wish we would have had like something where we could fire all the different
This,
pieces right now, but it's good. You'll see it when you get there, or go to our Instagram.
Can they just
our
open?
conference
Yeah, on
Instagram.
your phone right now. It's on Instagram, right?
Oh yeah, you can pull up this YouTube video and go check
This
out.
is,
If you're on YouTube and you swipe up now,
1,000 milligrams.
doesn't it keep
No
playing?
way.
Don't they keep the mini player for everybody now?
No way. What is
I'm a YouTube premium subscriber, so I've always had it, but I don't know
No, that's-
sometimes how the
that's
other half
taurine.
lives.
Okay, I'm just
It's
making
not
sure.
1,000 milligrams of caffeine. Yeah.
My goodness.
It said 1,000 milligrams. That is not a
Of-
false statement.
of-
I didn't say of what. I just said 1,000 milligrams. That's what I said.
It's actually
it's 200 milligrams of caffeine.
This, dude, you can have communion with this stuff. This is
It's-
Welch. This takes me back to when we were kids.
Not according to some people.
When we were kids, listen, after they would do communion and they had all the crackers and little juice things left, we'd go down the kitchen and
We just shotgun.
we'd shotgun them all and eat it all as kids.
I can't imagine being.
We have so
someone-
much of Jesus'
Yeah,
blood
this
and
is a
body
perfect
inside
example.
of us.
I cannot imagine being someone having to listen to this stream because there's always at least two voices talking at any given moment. Like there's never a spot where there's one person talking. This is so chaotic, and I think the caffeine is going to make it. It's like Krist's plus caffeine. Yeah, you're doing that on purpose. Just to be stupid. But literally,
Proceed.
as I started to say the
Continue.
statement,
No,
you
go ahead,
started
Steve.
talking over
Continue,
me.
Steve.
Have your
When you
moment.
started, yeah. I just can't imagine being a listener to this. This has to be so annoying.
Did we
So-
say everything we want to say about the Merc?
What do we think about this
I
one?
do think to the point that he with the proper way to listen to this is to join the journey. I think the more hyped on caffeine you are, the more that your brain can differentiate between the voices and the whispering and
I'm listening.
yeah.
I'm listening.
No, you're not. You can't be listening and talking at the same time.
I can, 100%, especially with caffeine.
Oh, but they can't? What are you trying to
Okay,
say?
guys, I'm not a huge grape fan, so I'm not going to put
Whoa.
that very high.
Oh,
really?
I like Ghost. I don't love grape. So I love at like
grape juice a lot.
Christmas time. Here, hand me that. Right, yep, I'll take that right there.
I'll definitely say
This at Christmas time, Welch's sparkling white grape, non-alcoholic juice cocktail from concentrate. He was just straight drinking this out of a bottle in the middle of the day.
I think that's what they do is they just like,
I love this.
they take the bottle and then they just like go to Ghostbusters headquarters and, pour it on the floor and put it in the can.
Just
and
not
call
besides
it.
that,
I
I'm
think
not a huge
it
grape
starts
guy.
sweet, but
Pour one
the
out for the
aftertaste
homies.
of this is like grape cough medicine.
Really? I usually get that with grape. I love grape juice. I tend to not like anything grape flavored, but for some reason I like that.
Yeah, it's just
All right, I was going to say 2 or 3, but I'm going to assume that you guys are definitely not on that wavelength. Is it higher than Red Bull for you guys?
not for me, but
I wouldn't say it's higher than Red
Whoa.
Bull.
so it's we're two or more
So we-
gathered.
That's
We either
controversial, chat.
we either need to
I'm going to need you to back me
push
up on
Red
that one.
Bull,
I think Ghost is great, like some of the flavor profiles, but I don't love this one. in
but if you
particular.
want it up high, I need to push Red Bull. That's how I feel about it. It's not better
Meaning
than Red
you would
Bull.
say this would have to be 2, so Red Bull could be 3? Is that what you're saying?
No,
You're not saying that, right? You
No.
can't be saying that.
Well,
this hasn't been placed yet, it's just kind of
what I said was if you want this up high, then we need to push Red Bull, which would insinuate I think Red Bull is better than this.
Well, I still don't. I think we're gonna have to argue it out later.
Oh.
So I think this.
There's no way.
Just for now, we can.
I'm just saying, wherever that lands, Red Bull's not 3.
we can reestablish here in a second. It's fine. We'll get there in a second.
That's wild.
Let's keep going.
That is wild.
Oh, this is taped onto there.
I'm starting to feel like the physiological response a little bit. What's this one? G Fuel. I've never had G Fuel.
I've never had that.
Never had G Fuel. Can we rate the cracks?
Cracks.
I would say.
Oh.
I was trying to say earlier
you do it in the.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna do. But the Monster, that was unique. The White Monster had a very unique. Ready? Pretty. Yeah, that's pretty mid.
I was gonna
Pretty
say
average.
the Monster did different than that.
Oh, the Monster. Am I wrong? Do we have another Monster?
I think it was
The Monster.
it was a
like
lower pitch.
Yeah, and it felt really satisfying. I was just gonna straight up drink.
Hey,
that.
I want to tell you before I forget. You got to know about all of the breakouts and add-ons at conference. Specifically designed on Saturday to give you a lot of different unique experience. We got a little bit of everything. So the difference between breakouts and add-ons is an add-on is just how it sounds. It's an add-on to conference. Conference, we make it the cheapest price you could possibly imagine with all the speakers we're bringing in, all the different opportunities, the conference quest, gaming tournaments, all the different stuff we'll talk about. It's all included, but then with the add-ons, you simply need to pay the cost. We literally did this. The cost of what it costs to do it, that's what we charge you. We make no money off anything, but there's some cool experiences. There's like some awesome breakouts.
And it's specifically because those add-on
Yes, for
things cost. You're doing something or getting something.
Candle making is
Yeah.
a paid experience. Pinch pottery is pretty cool. That's
And
a
you
paid,
leave with a candle?
paid experience. Yes, you leave
leave
with a candle.
a pot.
Yes,
You're gonna leave with a pot.
But then there's like
Not-
breakouts that don't cost money. There's the Theology Showdown with Jon Rush and Tyler Kreiner. Kreiner, how do you say the last name? And then also there is the Murder of Millions, which is going to be an amazing organization's coming talk about pro-life in Michigan, all the different stuff. Especially with the Imago Day being the theme, we're so excited to be able to come around and kind of uplift this thought with end abortion.
So the Bible's always included accessories sold separately.
There you go.
For the add-ons.
You should talk about this.
Candles
for any young adults on there. It's an add-on it's a free add-on, but you have to go on the website and add it on, called The Parlor.
The Parlor.
You know anything about that?
I do know something about that.
Tell us about it.
Are we telling them what we're doing?
I don't know.
Well,
Sure.
I think sometimes as a young adult,
it's the night before conference,
especially like a young adult in the church. Look, I don't want to be obnoxious, and I'm not saying this is the whole goal. But I think sometimes as a young adult, it's really valuable to meet other young adults who are clearly in the same space because they love Jesus enough to like take time out on a Friday or Saturday and come to a conference. Like that type of person, that's maybe the type of person that's a little bit closer at least to like marriage material. Now, let's clarify. This is not like speed dating. That's not the goal by any means. But I do think it's valuable as a young adult to be able to come. We're going to hang out. Just meet other people for the sake of meeting friends, maybe from other churches. Maybe your spouse is in the room and you don't know. And you're going to find out over some ice cream. I mean, like,
ooh, I get
what
it.
Better
Ice cream parlor.
What better way to meet friends or the one whom Jesus loves?
Put your favorite ice cream flavor in the chat. Do you guys have a favorite ice cream flavor?
Yeah. It's
just a guy
White
named
Monster.
John.
Wow, you really like that White Monster.
That was an existential experience. I'm not gonna lie.
Wow, that's
I
awesome.
won't have one again for a very, very, very long
dude,
time.
Monster floats, that would be good. That would
I
taste.
don't know if that doesn't feel right.
That I feel like I'd like that. But anyways,
With the milk.
the add-ons and breakouts are going to be really incredible. We got to rate this.
Did I explain that well though? I want
I
to make
thought
sure
you
it's
did.
clear. Like we're
Yeah.
not trying to
It's
run
a place-
speed dating, but
it's-
I
but
do
it's a
think
place
if
to
you're a
meet
young
people.
adult and you're smart, come make some friends from other churches.
Yeah.
And who knows?
We'll have the morning workouts going on, and then
Whoa.
That ain't it, Chief.
That was Pop Rocks.
you can pour that out.
Yeah.
It's the first one I don't
We're gonna
wanna
pour
finish.
both of these out for the homies.
That's straight up Pop Rocks, dude.
Y'all, I feel like we need to go Celsius over that.
I don't know about that.
I feel like that's
Celsius
just one that
was
just
bad.
has no flavor profile. It's just like my teeth hurt after, like immediately. After
It literally tastes like Pop Rocks
At
to
the
me.
end, I don't even care. That's
It's-
fine. I just
okay.
don't want it.
It's
want it.
300 milligrams. And what did it say? Extreme focus?
Is this in the shot?
No way.
Like, or does
Oh,
it just
man.
look like I'm dumping it on the floor?
Hey, where are my gamers at out there? You need to know, one, the greatest game ever made on planet
I'm a
Earth,
gamer.
besides maybe Zelda, is Arc Raiders. First of all, debate in the chat. That's my opinion. But honestly, I'm not a gamer. I haven't played many video games. But I just watched a guy do a whole video on Instagram. He said, I don't know what it is, but he goes, this is maybe the greatest game I've ever played.
About Arc Raiders specifically, you're saying?
Again, I'm not a gamer, but
Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, this is just random take. Like he was saying that I love that game so much, and so it's got me more intrigued with this idea of gathering with people and playing video games and like connecting. And we doing that at conference. We always do. We're One Gaming always hosts all these
stomach
different
hurts.
opportunities. What?
My stomach hurts.
Oh,
I don't like this.
so that has nothing to do with gaming, by the way.
I know. If I'm
Like,
honest,
well,
I
we just went G Fuel into
I just
the
keep looking at
gaming. It
which
works.
ones aren't cracked. And I'm like, okay, there's only two
Only
more.
two left. Only two left. But hey, We're One Gaming will host our gaming tournaments. You have two opportunities to join. One is Fortnite duos, where you can make
What does
some
that
money.
mean? As a complete non-gamer, what is the duos part of it?
where you
I know
go
it's
in
just two
with-
people, but it's like you two against a bunch of other twos,
Yes.
or yeah.
Last one's remaining. Everyone will drop in. Last one's remaining. And then also there's Clash Royale, which is a game you can,
Which is you v everybody.
it's a game on your phone you can play.
It's a different game.
I
Yeah.
understand.
Completely different game.
Clash
Isn't there a
Royale,
Royale in Fortnite?
Yes.
I'm not
Yes.
crazy. I'm not.
Yeah,
way
what's
off.
that called? It's called a Battle Royale.
Battle Royale,
Yes,
yeah.
yes. I've never played Fortnite.
But Clash Royale is a totally different game.
Yes.
Yeah, it's
different
like
game.
a mobile game.
Yes.
I've seen
Either way,
YouTubers do
though,
ads for that.
You can enter that, and it'll be surprise ranking, and it'll be $400 cash prize pool. that people can
Golly.
get. Crazy, huh? It's gonna be pretty
That's
cool.
pretty sweet.
Better
Also-
start.
What?
About the what? The goop grab?
Oh, we might as well tell you at the same time. We're going to be hosting here a Goopathon. We're one Easter. We're going to be doing an Arc Raiders tournament where it's a goop grab. Whoever can go and get the most goop, and there will be cash prizes and things for that too. Going to be pretty cool. Random thought.
And goop is the stuff in the game. It's just like
loot.
stuff.
Yeah.
Sure.
But isn't it?
It's not the stuff in the game. It's just what you call the stuff in the game.
Loot. Yeah.
It's like
I understand.
This guy
Yes.
doesn't even
it's
know Arc
money,
Raiders.
but you call it cash.
These guys don't have lives.
Lives or wives? We have wives.
You have wives. You don't see them anymore because you play Arc Raiders, but
No,
you don't see
She's
her
sitting
anymore.
next to me watching something or reading. She
Okay, I'm
reads.
actually excited for the next one.
Okay, before the next
I know,
one,
but
if you're brand
it's like the
brand
one
new
I'm
here, we're drinking these.
been
We're
waiting
not
for
telling
this.
you you should drink them. We're just drinking them and having fun, getting all souped up, gooped
We are
up,
getting all
and ready for
psyched
conference.
up.
And
Not just ready for conference. What are we doing right after this? that
right
we're
after
excited for
this, we're heading into the secret session where Pastor Tyler Kreiner is going to be with David Latting in this session. It's gonna be awesome. Also, you should enter the giveaway if you haven't done that. Put giveaway in the chat.
Comment the word giveaway.
And our host is going to dial it up for you.
Disclaimer: don't do what we're doing. This is not healthy.
Why do you feel
Okay.
like you have to keep telling them that?
Because I'm a parent and I get it as a parent
That's a mom.
watching
I
that
don't
you
know
want to
if
make
this is gonna
sure.
say anymore.
I'm not saying this is a good
That was
idea.
very hard
It's
to
like
get off.
watching an episode of like Fear Factor. It's like, don't do it. Just watch it for entertainment
Yeah, that's
purposes.
true. Hey,
All right.
we did start talking about the
My hands are shaking.
the
My
Imago
hands are
Day
shaking.
merch collection. Is there anything else we should tell them about that? There's the tapestry piece. There's a really cool Jesus fingerprint piece. Oh, my favorite is one of the ones you designed. I love, like, who's the artist? Michelangelo, whatever, that does the famous, like,
Yeah.
finger of God and man, like Adam or whatever, touching.
It's called Imago Day.
Is that it? No way. That's what the painting's called. It's super cool. It's on the back of one of the pieces.
That's so funny.
I didn't know that. How am I supposed to know
when
that?
I brought
Hold on,
it.
shh, 1 sec.
That was
When I
better.
brought
that one pretty hard.
That was no monster.
I
but
brought
that's
that to the pitch meeting, and
That
everyone's
smells
like,
good.
"Oh, I love that one." I was like, "Guys, it's Imago Day."
Never heard
I
of that.
thought we
It's
were all
pronounced
designing
Imago,
this.
That's cool though. I like that piece.
I just felt dizzy.
There's a
for
lot
I
of
it.
other great ones.
I actually, again, not because I designed this.
I feel like I'm spinning. I'm just holding on to this table.
PT actually like composited this one, but the hat. Oh my lord!
My goodness. I can't. I couldn't if I wanted to.
But the way
He's gonna go. I can't. He's gonna finish the whole thing. Sorry.
the
what were you
the
saying?
Imago Day skeleton looks. Oh,
Sorry.
on the hat,
We'll let you finish first.
the skeleton one on the hat.
Oh, yeah,
I
yeah.
think that one turned out really sick.
The hats are really
I haven't
cool
seen
this
that.
year. Are really cool.
Can somebody show me a picture?
Yeah, we can pull it up. Guys, this is called Mango Fuego. And
Is
can
it
I
possible
tell
to
you,
put it back
this
there?
the smell of it made me had to cough.
this is Fuego. Can I tell you that?
Is it spicy?
Yes. Spicy mango. That's
I like
awesome.
it was like on a Verner's that first like
It's like
the drink
chamoy.
like the inhale it like catches you in
Is
the
it-
chest.
what's
the
it
back
called?
of the throat, dude.
Is it called chamoy?
Yeah, it kind of tastes like chamoy.
That
what
hits
it
you in the
tastes
back
like.
of
Or
the
like
throat.
yeah, like tahini.
Oh man, para mi gente. Like, let's go. This is good.
Oh, that hat is sick actually.
Isn't
Can
that
I see
sick?
it? Can I show it on camera?
Yeah, we can.
What's my shot actually? I have no idea where to look.
Tight
Where should I be
shots
looking?
right there. There it is.
Right here? That's actually
That
fire.
is sick.
Okay, this is a spicy energy drink.
I love it. Dude, guys, that's a lot. I don't know if I could drink a whole one, but I actually really like that flavor profile.
That is very, very interesting. It's at least not like run of the mill. I've had this 1,000 times. Like that is a very, very unique experience in like a drink.
I would this survival kit. I would straight be opening up that liquid IV after all this.
I mean,
If I could.
C4 Mango Fuego.
you guys.
You don't like it?
I was gonna say you know me with
You
flavor profile. Like that's number one. Like
Yeah, you
hands
like
I
spicy.
actually think I would put this at 1 or 2. Yeah,
We can re-drink these.
spicy stuff is just like
that's really interesting. Whoa, the Dark Horse. Is that one gonna take out the White Monster? At
Well,
the end?
I'm
I
not
felt
saying
like it
that's
was better
final.
than
Let's
White
just
Monster.
retry
I mean,
those.
I know for a fact that that's not going to dethrone anything. So let's get it over with quick because we need to take a minute and decide between these two.
Okay.
I've never had any of
My
these.
vote is C4 is 1.
Well, I had like I said, I had Red Bull, but that was when I was a child.
Try
I
these
literally
two. Try those two. My vote is C4 is 1.
Oh yeah, I know. I'm done. C4 is 1 for me too.
Okay. Well, that's it then.
I'm not gonna drink any more than I have to.
You know, just one more time, make sure.
I didn't really like that one.
That's true. He wasn't really for it.
I felt
So
like
you wouldn't put that. I think let's say 1 and 2 we need to do unanimously,
Okay. We both
or at
said-
least one we need to
we
do
both said
unanimously.
one.
I think
We both said one.
unanimously I would
So
say
you gotta like let us know.
C4 for me was 1.
I need this dumped. There's not a chance I'm doing all that. I love it. I really do. I can't do it though.
I mean,
Like I'm holding on to the table. I'm starting to get the shakes.
I am like
gonna fly away.
actually feeling light, like dizzy,
like it's a lot.
It's
my
crazy.
stomach
I
does not
honestly,
feel good. Like
I feel pretty decent.
He
So-
put
so
my
ma-
watch on early in this video to track his heart rate as this went on. I'm
maybe,
not even joking.
So maybe what we're doing here, we are the disclaimer. You know what I mean? Like we're showing you this is a terrible idea. Like I feel bad. I
can you
feel
dump that?
gross. Yeah. I'm even struggling with cognition. I
He
feel
had
like
to
at this
stop
point.
to
like,
think for a second. Oh my, all of it. Yeah.
well,
well, but we got to try this last one.
yeah.
Unless we're all-
I'll drink that one from the can.
Okay.
I've been maintaining a resting heart rate of
I-
about
I-
68.
Oh man, which one is this?
That one's not top. I drink
No,
a
I
lot.
know
I
it's
drink
not,
a lot
yeah.
of Alani, and it's not 1 or 2. That's guaranteed. It's not bad. It's
Last
just
time I had an
definitely not 1 or
Alani,
2.
I had an out of body experience. That's why I don't drink this
That
kind of
for
caffeine.
now.
No. That's better than Red Bull, though. I would
It
say.
smells like a candle.
I like it. I would put it in front of Red Bull. I love Alani though.
I don't think that's 3.
It doesn't taste bad. I would say
I feel like
Hey, let's
chat
make-
is going to
let's-
cook us.
Yeah, they're gonna.
I think
But
we are going to get.
we got to make this
cooked
decision.
in
We want to get
chat.
to David. I don't know if you're all ready for David, but put it in the
All right.
chat. Giveaway right here. Put in the chat. Let's go, Dave. Let's go giveaway.
David
Let's go.
Latting.
Your favorite
David
drink.
Latting.
What is this? I mean, we could. I guess we also could come back after David Latting. And why don't? How about this? Why don't we talk about this while we kick over
Yeah,
to
I'm gonna
the studio with David
I'm
right
gonna
now?
go lay down for a bit.
And then when we come back, we'll go to it. I hope you guys are ready. Here we go. Conversation with David Latting.
Hey, we're really excited today. We get to be joined with a amazing person. You've probably seen him online. I was just looking at the screen right here, looking at his face, and I saw David Latting, and I was literally like, man, I feel like I'm on Instagram because when I get on Instagram, it just so happens he's like the first person who pops up. He's talking about some deep theological take. And so we want to welcome here, Conference Eve. We're going into an amazing conference tomorrow. I want to welcome David Latting. Thank you so much for being with us today.
Man, thank you for having me. I'm excited. I'm so excited. You see me all the time because I post like 5 times a day. That's the real secret.
Yeah,
So.
I think it's awesome, man. I think it's so cool, like seeing just how you reach the generation, dude. It's
Thank
so
you.
cool,
Thank
and
you.
we're very blessed to have people, more
you.
voices in the world, reaching out to people about Jesus. I think I always talk about, man, how cool is it we get to talk about Jesus? Just even like.
Yeah.
Just we get to talk about the coolest topic in the world. You know what I'm saying?
It's so
It's
fast.
so much fun. It's so much
so
fun.
cool.
So
It is so much
the
fun.
theme of our conference is Imago Dei, and we're going to be talking about Genesis. We're going to be talking about some saints today because I love talking about the way that people in history have interpreted. I've interpreted what the word says, and so when we look in Genesis, it talks about this idea of Imago Dei. It talks about we're made in the image of God and the likeness of God. He created us. And I think we should just like open up the conversation for what does that mean? First off, maybe we can start from that ground floor. What does that mean to be made in the image of God? And then we can move forward and just look at how that in other saints and people have interpreted that through church history and how even Jesus recaptured that image. So first off, Imago Dei. What is that?
Yeah.
What is that? What is that?
Yeah, to be made in the image of God, I think, is one of the most profound things that we get to, I would be cautious to say participate in, as it's not something that we choose or even get to act like, into. It's something that we are. You get into our essence and our nature. It's pretty remarkable. It makes us different from all the other creatures. When I was a kid, I would always read that verse and I would think that God is a face like us. The Father has the literal image. But when you get into the scholarship of it, when you get into the depths of Genesis, Yes. That's the answer, is like, yes, we do bear that image, but it's so much better. It's so much better. And I'm excited to talk about the church fathers as they introduce this betterness so well. It's so simple, yet it's so profound because it's forgotten. I think that's why it's profound. Yet its simplicity, it pierces all the incorrect presuppositions that we might have upon a text. So when you look at 2 Timothy 1:7, this is an interesting verse and it has a lot to do with the image of God. It says this: "For God did not give us a spirit of fear, but a spirit of power, of love," in my favorite translation will say, "in a sound mind." In a sound mind. That's interesting. Now, scholars, when they approach the book of Genesis, you kind of have to do it open-handed. And what I mean by that is there's so much going on. And to put it into a category, it can put the text almost in a puddle. I grew up in Georgia, so when water wasn't moving, you never played in it because there was bacteria that could just live there. Genesis needs to be active. It needs to be flowing. Not that the meaning of it changes, or it's up to relativism, or it's completely subjective to the reader. By no means. What I mean by that is, because it's a narrative, but it's also filled with poetry, it has to be read rightly. And 2 Timothy 1:7 does a really good job of allowing it to flow. "For God did not give us a spirit of timidity." I'm going somewhere with this. "For God did not give us a spirit of timidity, but a spirit of power, of love, and a sound mind." The sound mind is vital when you go back to the garden. When you go back to who Adam and Eve were. Now, I know, of course, scholars, they're going to talk about, are Adam and Eve real people? Like Jordan Peterson? Peeper.
Yeah.
Jordan Peterson's like, well, I don't know. What do you mean? What do you mean by people?
Depends on what you mean.
What do you mean by mean? It just keeps going. I don't really take and I don't mean this in any sort of disrespectful way, but I think I'm pretty careful on what I take from Dr. Jordan Peterson when it comes to interpreting the Bible. But there's something interesting. The scholars have pointed out. I'm using it broadly on purpose because you need to sometimes. But okay, here we are. The serpent. Was the serpent an actual snake? Adam and Eve, were they actually real people? I'm gonna be careful by giving a direct answer. But in my opinion, I would say yes, Adam and Eve are real people. I don't believe that they're figurative or whatnot. And I believe that the serpent, and maybe I'm dancing on, too much stuff here, but dancing around. I think the serpent was a serpent, but it wasn't. It was a beast. And this is really important to know. The beast, it lacks self-control. So when you look at you could say a bear, or you look at a dog, or you look at an alligator, all of these animals, when they need to eat, they eat. When they need to sleep, they just sleep. There is such a lack of self-discipline, of a sound mind. And so scholars have pointed out, okay, so we see this serpent, this beast, that's the actual word, beast. This slithering beast comes in, who is different from Adam and Eve. Now, the serpent can talk, and it's really important that you do notice that. Again, allowing Genesis to kind of move itself. You don't want to keep it in so fundamental. But when you look at the movement there, the poetic nature of this book, you can see that, okay, there's this beast. It's this snake. It lacks the self-discipline. It has this crude nature about it. It has this unself-controlled nature about it. But Adam and Eve, they're made in the image of God. They have the ability to choose and say no. They have something that no one else has. And so all of this ramble is to say the image of God, I believe, is so much greater than just a face. The image of God is so much greater than just the physical. Our ontology as human beings, both nature and essence, is so much greater than what we can see, feel. The image of God, that image that he's given us, is being, its existence, it's his very breath. it's himself. And he has given us that self-control. And just by opening that door, I think it's going to give a lot of room for this conversation and, set this really long, maybe a little confusing, my bad, kind of preface
Great.
for it's so much better than we think. The image of God is so much greater. It's so much deeper. It's so much more like almost incomprehensible. It's just, it's so good. And I think Athanasius is going to put a lot of context to it here.
Yeah.
So hopefully that was
Yeah.
hopefully
That's
good.
great.
We
I
can
think-
redo if I maybe said too much.
No, I think it's phenomenal because what's so cool about even just that text in Genesis isn't your correlation to Timothy, and you're really kind of setting up is this. I think a lot of the church fathers would traditionally like look at it as like a rational mind and this like rational nature, the thing that we have that beasts don't have. That's kind of what sets us apart. But what's also really cool is it's not just that. It also is when you look at the text. Seeing the way that the word they were made in the image of God, that inward is so powerful because in a sense it's also showing us as a representation. That word image, I believe, actually translates to the word idol, and in the Hebrew, meaning like we are in some sense bearing a representation of God. Because when they would carve an idol, they obviously knew that the thing itself wasn't the God. Because when we hear that, we're like, holy smokes, we're idols? What is that? It sounds like idols are bad immediately. But when you carve that idol, they knew it wasn't the God itself. They would know that it was a representation of the thing. It was different than the thing. It was different than the false being that they worshiped. But at the same time, that was the thing in proxy for getting to the actual spirit of the thing. And so for us as image bearers, it is the rational, but it's also the representation. We, in some sense, are representing God to the world. We're going out, like it says in Genesis, and taking dominion and doing all those things. So Athanasius, let's set up who he is before we get into what he says. Tell us a little bit about St. Athanasius, and then we'll get into what he says about this idea of the image of God and such.
Of course. Yeah, so Saint Athanasius of Alexandria, he's a Don. He's a Don of Dawn. So he's a church father. And what that means is you could say Saint Athanasius is a church father. He guided the church on doctrine. He led us and he pioneered, like a Lewis and Clark, into deeper thought and philosophy. He's vital. He really is. And specifically on the incarnation. Athanasius was filled and surrounded by, you could say, two groups of people, specifically the Jews and the Gentiles. And so he wrote a remarkable work, again, pioneering, you could say, with a machete, going through the brush of thought. And he made a path. He made a path that clearly spells out why the incarnation is necessary, why it could only be the way of salvation for the world, why we want it, why we need it, and of course, how we get it. Uniquely enough, he does not really speak about the nativity. And this is what I love about Athanasius, it's a fun word, his approach. His approach on the incarnation, he spends his time on the crucifixion. He spends his time on the crucifixion. And this is important to know as well when you're dealing with church fathers, specifically those who have been, marked as church fathers, not some like random guy. They're church fathers because they're so tied to the narrative of God, to the biblical narrative. Athanasius spent time in the crucifixion because that's where the Bible spent its time. Because that's where God has intended us to spend our time. The early years of Jesus are hidden in ambiguity. They're hidden. We don't really know what he was doing. We know that he's a carpenter. Francis Chan has a pretty well-known sermon on the quiet life, and he's like, what was Jesus doing when he was 22? He was a carpenter. What was Jesus doing at 24? We think he's a better carpenter. And what was Jesus doing at 29? We think he was a really good carpenter, and that was hidden. The only context that we have of Jesus' incarnation before, really the Gospels really took foot on the baptism and the testing in the desert, was that he grew in stature with God and man. And so again, Athanasius is not trying to put context to those 20s, those early years, even his teens. But Athanasius speaks onto what he knows, and what is supposed to be made clear, which is the crucifixion. So, and even that being the image, being the image of God and who we're supposed to be, you can get some pretty cool theosis and sanctification stuff. So, I'm excited. I feel like we're not even brushing the meat. My bad. I'm kind of like, but we got to hit it. We got to ask the right question.
Okay, so what does he say when he starts going into this? Because he writes this book on the incarnation, and one of my favorite stories about Athanasius is like what he's facing against in the world around him. He's really writing this to answer a problem of some heresies that are happening around him, and all those things. But he's trying to answer this question of why did God come down? Maybe define incarnation for maybe those who are listening, and why did God come down in the way that he did, and how did it change us? Why does that idea affect us?
Yeah, that's good. So the incarnation, what it is, it's very simple, in my opinion. It is the manifestation of God in the flesh. So the incarnation then, to be true to like Nicene terminology, would be truly God and truly man. So it's the meeting place. If you ever see a saint do this, in a photo, this is the Trinity, and this is the incarnation. It's heaven coming to earth. So that's what the incarnation is. It's Jesus, the manifestation of Christ here in the flesh. God became man. It's God saying hello, or almost you could say like signing his work. So the author's been writing. The incarnation is the signing, saying, I am he who is writing the narrative. And this is what Jesus says, I am the way, the truth, and the life. Now, you had another question. I kind of slipped my mind. I want to answer it as accurately as I possibly can. I think it's, what does the incarnation now mean for us? Or
like what? So we know God came down. Like, okay, cool. You hear that? You hear those platitudes? Jesus saves. Like, he died for my sins. If you ask anyone, they would probably repeat that phrase because they've heard it so much. What does that mean? Why does that matter? Why can't I just be like, he can just be like, you're good, bro. Like, hey, I forgive you.
Yeah, this
Why
is really
did he do
interesting.
this?
Yeah. So to speak on our ontology. So ontology is basically the philosophy of kind of who we are. And tied to that is metaphysics, like our metaphysics, the philosophy of our being. So to put this in a simpler way, a tree is what? It's wood. Like that's the ontology of what a tree actually is. It's not anything, too complex, just words that we don't often use. So our ontology, I mentioned this at the beginning, we're both spiritual and physical. So the incarnation was necessary, God becoming flesh, so that he could help us. Oh man, it's actually insane. And the fact that Jesus manifested himself in the flesh, walked among us, this is unheard of. Like, I liked how you said it. We kind of take it for granted. It's become normal.
Yeah.
But
totally.
to live then, and honestly even to live now, it hasn't changed. The only thing that's changed it is the actual incarnation. God becoming a man, like God actually dwelling with us, is the most remarkable, unheard of, unthought of theology, worldview. It's not common. It's like God, the one who spoke a universe into existence, didn't just say hello. It's not just the signing of the work. It is him like handing the work to us. It is this intimate relationship that God wants us, that he initiated. You look at Baal. You look at the gods of just paganism as a whole throughout Arabia, throughout even you can even look at the Aztecs. There are these foreign, prideful, disdained entities that would not want to even dwell with men. The Aztecs built pyramids just to get close to their gods, and it was still unreachable. They did everything they possibly could to gain their attention. Their gods were often busy. I don't want to be crude, but they're busy doing pretty bad things, carnal things.
Yeah.
To receive their attention was a great honor. And this is interesting. This could be a tie into just the corrupted nature of the demonic. because of that intimacy nature, the only time a pagan god would interact with man was to sleep with someone. Hence, this is where we get demigods, specifically in the Gentile world, the Greek and Roman world. The only time a god would make himself aware is if he was sexually aroused with a mortal, or even Athena, the same thing. Or if it was for, it's not a conclusive statement, because you look at like Odysseus, and Athena made herself known to Odysseus. But even there, it was for carnal gain.
Yeah, it was self-serving.
Yes, it was self-serving. It was pride. Again, we're not here to talk about Homer, but yeah, it's like this weird, and they don't become flesh. That's the thing. They always take on the appearance of. So Jesus literally saying, "No, I'm going in." It's not a bit. It's not. This is an SNL where he's coming and acting. Like for a weekend, a 3-day weekend. No, like he came, he suffered, he bore our burdens, and he went to the cross. We were done. We were done.
Mm-hmm.
And Athanasius talks about this. There is no way. The Gospels talk about this. There is no way that we could reach God. And it's the classic, God comes down the mountain. Every other religion tells you that you have to work up the mountain. A mountain that actually is unclimbable. Think of the caste system, or even Islam. Abu Bakr, he's like the second-hand man for Muhammad. You could say almost like a prophet-type figure. He has this really trusted work. It's called a hadith. And he says, if I have 1 foot in hell, 1 foot in heaven, I do not know if Allah will throw me into hell. Like, I don't know. I could be literally in heaven. Mm-hmm. He could throw me into hell if he wanted to. Abu Bakr said this, like Muhammad's right-hand man. It's like this crazy tension that basically everyone lives in. But there's a security as God shows his love. And the security is that is love. The incarnation, in its most simplest term, is I love you. It's I love you. I care about you, and I will suffer with you. I am here with you. And when someone loses someone close to them, I had a friend lose his father suddenly. And he had many people come up to him, obviously. He was a very well-known leader in the church, and he passed away, and so his son is just devastated. This guy, my friend, he said, the one thing that made me actually feel loved were people who said nothing. Not ignored him, but like the acknowledgement of just being present with. Not trying to give an answer, not saying, oh, he's better, I'm just glad that he's with the Father. Like, none of that gives comfort. It really is just, like, let me suffer with you.
Yeah.
Like that's evidence of our need for God, of the need for the incarnation. And that's something more palpable than all this, heebie-jeebie philosophy stuff that I barely know. It's the practical. When I'm in pain, like, we need comfort. Why do you think God gave us tears? That's an expression. Like, even that, tears are evidence for the incarnation and the need for it.
Yeah.
Like, tears don't make sense. We leak water from our eyes. It's releasing. Really, like, think about this. It's a releasing of pain. But it's comforting. You need a good you need to get a good cry out. Why? Because we ontologically are built for relief, for companionship, for experience. That's important. I wish our words carried more weight in our day and age. C.S. Lewis, he talks about that, how it's lost. But if you could hear this, we are created for experience, to feel. Again, and that's the image of God. As we laugh, we cry, we have emotions. We're brave, we're noble, we're scared. God has given us the ability to feel and to overcome and to be comforted. There is a result at the end of all this. And the result for us is the incarnation. So there you are. I think that's why it's important.
Yeah. So off of that, like something from I think what he said, I'm going to butcher this probably, but it's something like, when we were so depraved, we had our heads looking downwards into basically sin, into the depths of our stupidity and stuff.
Yes.
We didn't even have the strength in our neck to look up to God and to see
Yes.
him. What the incarnation is God coming down when we couldn't look up at him. He came down onto our level so that we could see him in a way. And
Exactly.
what I always love to do is to practice the art of almost like in my prayer, and this is from like a charismatic perspective, obviously, like I want to be able to picture if Jesus was physically here on earth. Now you can argue, be like, what color was he? He's represented bad, all this stuff, like he's not white, all this stuff, okay? But he was human, which means that he was seeable by human eyes, and also he made himself available to our senses that we have. And so when I'm praying, man, I want to picture Jesus with me because he was here on this earth. You could go there where he stepped, where he walked, where the air he breathed, all those types of things. And he did this because we couldn't look up to God. We couldn't even see God in the same way. So what God did is he came down, and he made it when we were so depraved in our own devices that he came down and met us where we're at. This is so cool. I love that imagery.
Yeah. It's the meeting. Yeah.
He also says something. I want to capture this because Romans talks about. I mean, there's Romans, there's Colossians 3. It talks about. I'm gonna actually read that Colossians 3. He says, "Since you were stripped off of the old self, the evil practices, and put on the new self, which is being renewed to a true knowledge according to the image of the one who created it." So in the same way, we're created in the image of God, but something was not right after that because we had the fall. You had the fall of Adam and Eve, and the image was there, but there was still something that needed to be recaptured. And when you look at Colossians, you look at even 2 Corinthians, Jesus seems to be this recapturing, this re-imaging of what we had lost before. So it's not to say that humans before weren't valuable. They were, but now we have something different. What is that difference? Athanasius talks about it. And obviously the New Testament talks about it. What is that different thing that Jesus did? You mentioned something about the crucifixion as well. What did the crucifixion do that changed the game for us as Christians?
Yeah, that's good. Now, I feel like there's a lot of answers to this. So I think, I hit on what we absolutely need. You're referencing Athanasius speaks on this. I actually can't recall what he speaks specifically on this. Do you have more context for that? And maybe I can.
I'll look as you're talking, but
okay, cool.
I know
Okay,
definitely the idea of just him. What does that mean to recapture that image for us? You know?
Yes. Okay. Yeah. So yeah, this is so funny. So in chapter 2, you have this copy. I actually recommend it for a lot of people. Boop, on the Incarnation, and the preface for it is C.S. Lewis. So it's.
I know I got one of those too.
Let's go. It's literally the divine dilemma and how the Incarnation solves it. The divine dilemma and how the Incarnation solves it. Man, it's a lot. There's a lot here, but. He basically says this: no repentance could solve the problem. No repentance could solve the problem. It's on page 19. No repentance whatsoever could solve the problem. It had to be Christ dying. It literally had to be the death of God, which no one else could do. Yeah, these are very simple, you could say, like Bible kind of terms, like, oh yeah, it was just Jesus, only Jesus. But when we're singing that, like, think of it like this. I think of some professional athlete. You could say Tom Brady, prime Tom Brady, or prime Kobe, or whoever. Tiger Woods, prime Tiger. It doesn't matter. Think of some crazy athlete. Like, and I was like, hey, go do that. We need you to go win the championship in this one sport. It's like, I don't have the skill. Like, you put me in front of a golf club, like, I think that's sick, but dude, I can't hit that. Or the pressure that, you could say Kobe went under. It's literally impossible. Like, I do not have Mamba mentality. Or Tom Brady. I can't throw the ball like him, let alone get hit like him. Like, you're telling me you have to go against, like, the Giants linebackers, dude? Like, there's no way.
Yeah.
There's no way. I'm literally gonna get demolished. The incarnation is God showing up in a way that no one else could. It was literally impossible. If I asked you to, map out mathematically what a black hole is, like Oppenheimer did, like there's literally no way. Like, we're cooked. So the incarnation is that. It's something that no repentance could do. There was no law. There was nothing. The law was evidence that we failed, that we could not do. So God showing up is the greatest mercy. You were falling and Superman caught you. Like, we are utterly helpless. Deuteronomy does a great job of actually describing this, and I think it can be applied to the incarnation. In Deuteronomy, it says, I believe it's Deuteronomy 1-3, specifically, God carried Israel through the desert like an infant child. I recently just had a son. His name's Finn. He's the best ever. We just get all-nighters together. It's so fun. And Finn is utterly helpless. He can't speak. Besides Latin, for some reason. He speaks Latin fluently. No, I'm kidding. Can you imagine? No, he's 4 months old. That joke was way funnier in my head. He's 4 months old.
That's pretty good.
Okay, good. He's 4 months old. He can barely roll over. Like, he rolled over today. I was like, that was mad impressive. Like, he can't do anything. And I think about the incarnation of God being that holding for us, picking us up from the ground and saying, no, let me carry you to the bed. Let me carry you. Let me change your diaper. Let me feed you. Let me, do what needs to be done for you. I buy your clothes. I provide, it's everything. The incarnation is everything. It's the provision. It is the carrying us through the desert. Again, maybe I'm a big, image guy. A baby's at the one end of the Sahara Desert, and you're like, he's 4 months old. He can't even crawl. The only thing he can do is like roll over like maybe 3 times, and he like freaks out because he has decision fatigue. And he has to get to the other end of the Sahara Desert. Like, no. He's going to die. The incarnation is Jesus saying, no, I'm here, picking us up and taking us through the wilderness. And honestly, I think that's a great... Yep.
No. I was just gonna kind of interject because I wanna like maybe answer some questions if people are like,
Yes.
okay, why did he have to become the baby to save that? Why did he have to become the thing itself? Why isn't he God? Couldn't he have just snapped some fingers?
Yeah, Athanasius talks about this. It's really great. Basically, it's the only option because of who we are. I would love to find it. And when I say who we are, again, you can use that fun word ontology. Who we are is we're human beings. We are human beings. And we needed someone to come as us here, chapter 4, the death of Christ. The Savior did all these things so that people could recognize his actions as the work of God. This way, those who couldn't see him in creation might come to know the Father again. This is Athanasius. As I mentioned earlier, who could see his control over the evil spirits and their obedience to him and still doubt that he was truly the Son of God, the wisdom, the power of God? Even creation itself responded to his command, amazingly acknowledged with the voice of the cross, a simple victory, that of the one who suffered in the body was not just a man, but the Son of God, truly man, truly God. The sun hid its light, the earth shook, the mountains split apart, speaking of the crucifixion, and everyone was filled with awe. These events showed that Christ on the cross was God, and that all creation was his servant, testifying through its fear to the presence of its master. So, God the Word showed himself to the people through what he did. So the incarnation is evidence and showing the world who he is, what he did. We think only about ourselves. We do. As Western thinkers, we're like, well, why didn't God just snap his fingers and save us? Wouldn't that be easier? We're thinking only about ourselves. That's actually not how a lot of cultures work. Like, I don't know, you probably, if you're watching this, you're probably not really familiar with an Eastern context. I worked with the underground church for like 3 years. People from Iran, Afghanistan, Sudan, whatnot, they think completely differently. And why that matters is because they have to be proved. We live in a true or false, black or white society. This is how we view the world. Yes or no. Even our language, English, is so sharp. Hi, my name is David. But Arabic, to use that kind of water parallel again, it flows so much more. The words, my mom's Jewish. I was raised Jewish a little bit, and so she would always pray this prayer at Passover: Shema Israel, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Like that, those inflections in my throat are real. It sounds like, it sounds like you're about to spit something out. But the way that the language works in Hebrew is so fluid, and it comes from your gut, from your being. So the same thing with thought. It flows together far more. People would see, and people do see, the incarnation from the Eastern perspective as utterly necessary, because they're not here for a court case. They're here to experience life in the whole. They have to know. It has to be proven. And choice matters. Again, we as Western thinkers, because we scroll, we just want the answer. We just want the DoorDash. We don't want any process. We don't see the value in making coffee and grinding the beans ourselves. We have a $1,000 Breville that we just press these buttons and it does it. We don't care about process. But that's not the world. That's also not existence. Like what we're doing, J.R.R. Tolkien actually warned about this, the way that we think is so dangerous, the speed that we work at, the operation of our mind, the way that we approach life is actually unnatural. Peter Kraft even talks about this in the scheduling, us following a schedule. In the older I get, the more I see this. He says, we are like bound to our schedule. We're like bound to our time. This can actually play out in school. Like you're bound to certain periods or certain classes. The bell rings, you go to the next class, But that's actually not life. That's not how life works. Schedule was made for man. Man was not made for schedule, Peter Kraft says. And it's true about life as a whole. Like we were made not to get answers, but to find them. And that's been lost in our Western society,
Yeah.
That's been lost in the process of actual life.
Yeah, process.
And this plays out in FOMO, right? Or fear of missing out. Or we cannot take time to do anything. We need everything now. Or the generation of lack of self-control. 2 Timothy 1:7. We lack that. We're becoming more beastly. We need everything now. We need the answers now. Even text. I had a guy get irritated at me because he didn't respond to his text within a couple hours. I'm like, bro, this is crazy. The world we live in, like we have immediate access all the time. We have everything we want now. Mm-hmm. God doesn't work like that because the world doesn't work like that. And God made the world. We flow, we grow. Think of a tree. It grows over time. There's nothing to, this isn't Minecraft. You can't just hit it with bone meal and it spread like that. That's not what this is. This is real life. Things take time. So the incarnation is speaking not just to our Western society, but the entire world for life to come. And it spoke to the Gentiles, it spoke to the Jews. And who knows, maybe after our empire ends and the way of our thought kind of fluctuates and turns, maybe there's another 2,000 years of people who need the incarnation. We're honestly selfish. We just want everything done easy. But that's not how God works. So
and I think it like recaptures the idea of what you're talking about with love. Like God cared so much, he didn't snap his fingers. He went through the entire process that we go through of living to recapture us, to recapture that image of God for us. And that is the love aspect. Like love, what is it? Love bleeds or something like that. I'm probably quoting that poorly. Like the blood is the essence of love because it shows that I'm willing to go through pain. I'm willing to endure hardship. I'm willing to endure whatever it takes to make sure that I get you, to make sure that I've loved you to the fullest extent. Otherwise, it's just a platitude. It's just one more thing someone says. And God was willing to do that. Point.
It's a remarkable point,
Yeah.
and I think you're completely right. It is love. It's a choice. It's a choice, and we also have devalued that, the ability to choose, but it's vital. It really is vital. That's what love actually is. Yeah. This has been so much fun, bro. Wow.
I know.
I love it.
I know. I want to paint one picture.
Yeah.
What is it? Pun intended. Because Athanasius does talk about he talks about an illustration, and I just want to read this with you, get your thoughts before we go, because I think it's so good.
Yeah.
He talks about, I don't remember what chapter it is, but he makes this imagery of this portrait. He kind of talks about how the subject of the portrait, this would be Adam, was painted, and all of a sudden a smudge appears on the portrait that was made. Something, it was ripped, or there was something wrong that happened to that portrait. And now what the artist does is he doesn't just throw the portrait away, because God had the ability to. I mean, he could smote us, whatever the past tense of smitten us, but he didn't. He he didn't. What he did was he decided to repaint over the old image, and the new image that the painter painted was the image of Christ. Christ as the last Adam. He recreated the world on the cross and the resurrection. The whole world was recreated, because now our image that we're kind of built off of was not the Adamic image. It was now the image of Christ. He is now the one who we are likened to, or that the painter is trying to paint us like.
Yeah.
So how does that image of God idea, so Athanasius talks about this is a cool analogy, right? But it seems to be the case that we're supposed to be painting our lives like Christ. We're supposed to be living our lives like him. Why? Because he's now the one that we're aspiring to. That's the portrait that, have you ever done like painting with a guide? You know what I'm talking about? That's
Yeah,
like what I
of course.
picture.
I love
Like
it.
I'm trying to paint my life like that picture that I see. So how does the image of God affect like a young person? Now we're going to get to the fact that we're dealing with, like, we're talking to young people, we're talking to people who are going into a future life. You're young. You said you were 23, right?
Young cat.
How does that painting, like, okay, this is cool. Christ died for me, saving my sins. How does this affect the way that I live now? How does the incarnation and the re-imaging of Christ affect me now? Like, how
Dude,
does this
good.
change the way I act? You know?
So good. Such a good question. Oh, I love it so much. Well, I want to stick with the paint, and I want to make it practical. But first, let's talk about what the actual paint is. There's this Platonic idea, and some scholars believe that John was referencing it in John 1:1 when he says, "In the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with God. The Word was God." The word there that we can translate to, it's logos. Logos is a word that means logic. So, in the beginning was the logic of God, and it's literally the being of our universe. So I should say the nature and essence of our universe. The logos. These like Stoic philosophers had this idea that there was something upholding our universe, and it was a principle of ideas, and so they named it logic. That's where we get logic from. And that's what many scholars believe John 1 was talking about. In the beginning was the logic. The logic is not an idea, it's a person. His name is Jesus Christ. Those paintings, the paint, the logic, philosopher scholars, that they've put it into three categories: truth, goodness, and beauty. They're called the transcendental values. Jesus is that. Jesus is the way, which is good, the truth, the true, and the life, which is beautiful, the way, the truth, and life. He is goodness, truth, and beauty. He is what the Stoics were trying to name that upholds the universe. Thomas Aquinas talks about how God is not inside this universe, but the universe is inside his being. That's why he says, "I am." And that's interesting. If God is "I am," who are we if we're made in the image of him? Well, we are little I ams, and we have been given that. Truth, goodness, and beauty. Truth, goodness, and beauty. So how that plays out is you be true. You never, and this is actually something so valuable, you never break truth. Like it literally, to look more like Christ is you always tell the truth. Because that will either lead to two things. If you're in the right, it will lead to furthering and the you going further to Christ. If you're wrong and you tell the truth, it's repentance and you still go further to Christ. So truth, always tell the truth. If you're in sin, tell the truth. This is why pastors fall, leaders fall, because they don't tell the truth. They don't abide by that. They break it. They break who we actually are. That's sin, by the way. Missing the mark of our existence is not telling the truth. That's why lies are so bad. Read Proverbs. It's like the liar is the worst person to ever exist. It's like, but it's important. Totally. And when you lie, you break the universe, which you're breaking that what God has created, and you break yourself because God is true.
That is so good.
Yeah, and Dr. Jordan Peterson, this is one thing that you can't. Dude. Yeah, literally, you are breaking the universe. Again, this isn't Gnosticism. This isn't some New Age garbage. When you lie, you break your existence. You turn what is true and make it a lie. That is not good. That is not good. That's not how the universe is made. God has established laws and orders, and when you, again, like I said, break those, it never ends good. It's like the Spider-Man movie when like they're like transferring through dimensions, so you can't be here, and he glitches. That's like you lying. You're breaking your existence, and I'm telling you, the more that you glitch, the more that you lie, you will snap. So it's, you know, don't be a liar. It's you have to tell the truth. Be good. Good is also like that keeps you from sin. So when you're good, when you choose the good every day, you know, it's classic what would Jesus do, but when you choose the good and you partner with the true, man, that's remarkable. That leads you then to the beauty. Be beautiful. And the way that you are beautiful is if you're good and true. This is why the transcendental values, and you could say the paint to our being, and, you know, almost not the fullness of the image of God within our essence, but they sure do put a lot of context to it as men and women. When we act good, true, and beautiful, we act most like God. Because if something isn't good, then it's not true or beautiful. If something is good, that means it's beautiful and true. If something is true, that means it's beautiful and good. And if something's beautiful, that's good and true. And there's this other theological kind of framework you could put it. It's orthopraxy, which means right practice, goodness. Orthodoxy, right thought, truth. And orthopathy, right feeling and beauty. When you operate in these things, you operate like a saint. And that is our goal, to be saints, to be little images of Christ, to operate in the image of God. And we can only do that now because God has shown us the way. Try building a Lego set without the box. I just give you the pieces. Yeah. Not even that. The incarnation is both the pieces, the direction, and the desire, the box, the marketing. Yeah. Like that is it. Wow, I've managed to reference Spider-Man into the multiverse and Legos and one answer. It's pretty cool. That's amazing. Okay, there you go.
That's a great place, man. I think that's a great place to, I think, like capture this whole thing, this whole essence, like the three transcendentals, like how we can as Christians. It sounds like so far out there, but it's also so practical at the same time. Like, am I living my life on these principles? Am I working towards something, or am I just like, I'm not just sitting on a rock floating in space. I'm not just talking to some spaghetti monster. I'm talking to a God who cares about me, who modeled the way, who walked the way, modeled the way, walked the way, and then teaches me how to walk the way. And man, we're so blessed by you. We're blessed by your ministry. And man, as we talk about this weekend, I actually was having this thought, David. I was having this thought that someone who maybe is in a shallow faith situation, or is in a situation where they're even questioning God because of maybe logical reasons or feeling reasons, that they heard that right there. I was thinking about this podcast and being like, I actually believe someone can actually go, wow, I never thought about God that way. I've never experienced him. I've never thought about him experiencing the things that I've experienced, or going through this whole thing of life like I have, and them having a touch with the Holy Spirit, having a moment with the Holy Spirit. And so as we leave, I want you to pray us out and pray for that person, that as they watch this, it's not just an intellectual pursuit, but it's they're starting to understand God more and feel the Holy Spirit. Maybe that's what they're feeling, and pray that out and pray for them. And as we go into an amazing conference where we talk about, obviously, the image of God and hang out and love each other.
Amen. Let's do it. Yeah. Well, dear Father God, we love you. Jesus, we love you so much, and we thank you for all the avenues and the resources that you've given us. But Lord, we first thank you for your goodness. God, we thank you that you've actually made the world good. Jesus, I want to thank you that we know evil. That's the funniest thing about this as I'm praying. I just want to even say that, maybe to the person who's interested. The fact that we know evil is evidence that there is good. You cannot have angels without demons and vice versa. And so even our desire for goodness and for truth is evidence that there is a deeper longing. C.S. Lewis talks about our need for more, how we're never satisfied. Evangelicals have put it, the God-sized hole in your heart that is only filled by God, and the fact that it's there is evidence that he is supposed to be there. So, Jesus, thank you for your goodness, God. Thank you for your truth. God, thank you that you've given answers. Again, this is for the person who is listening, who is wrestling. Jesus has given answers. Other worldviews, they give problems, but Jesus, Christianity, gives both the problem and the solution. It takes sin seriously. We've been trying to name it for a millennia, for almost 3 million years. No, 3,000 years. We've been trying to put context to this. 6,000 years, however long we've been alive, we've been trying to put context to sin, to the brokenness of our world. But God, you are the truth. And Jesus, you are the life. God, thank you that in you we have true life. In you is the fullness of beauty. And again, I just feel this on my heart. If you are looking for beauty, this means satisfaction. This means being seen. This means being happy or experiencing anything good. You could say that is only found in Jesus. Jesus is the utmost beauty. And this isn't the Bible answer. It is the answer. He is the I am. We are living in him as believers. It's the fullness of our existence. It's the completion. And we're on this road until our way home. So Jesus, guide us. God, show us the way all the days of our life. May we be faithful to you. And may we hear those beautiful, good, true words. Well done, my good and faithful servant. In your mighty name we pray. Amen.
Amen.
Amen. Amen.
Let's go. David, thanks for hanging out, bro. PT, awesome job in that conversation. David Latting, our influentialogian,
He's probably going to hate that. But
our
Bible talker.
Our Bible talker. Dude, thanks for hanging out. It was crazy seeing him in that video because I've seen so many of his Instagram videos, and then seeing him, I don't know, they're in the conversation. It's just like you're in real life on a screen. I can touch you. Not at all.
What? Still virtual, but
It's
focus.
It's these. Okay, let's focus.
Yeah, this is
guys,
not
we're about to
healthy.
give away the survival kit. You got a couple minutes here, but we're about to close this live stream.
Comment the word giveaway.
They need to know this too. You see this? You're going to want to get some merch with that bad rascal right there. That's a gift card for you. I love the notebook. Some really incredible things. A couple things you need to know about conference that maybe you don't know. If you stayed long enough to be on this, I kind of think that you get to get some inside scoop here. Conference tomorrow. Registration opens at 5 p.m. You're going to get to come and experience all the different things right away. There's some really cool stuff with it being a Mago Day, like that theme. There's going to be a whole station where they can make their own custom little itty bitty mini Lego characters that you get to
That's
customize them and make them.
Dude, minifigs.
Minifigs.
So fun.
There's going to be Glow Golf, a whole setup of Glow Mini Golf going on. There's going to be interactive photo wall experiences. King Solomon himself will be here to be dropping nuggets of wisdom. That's actually a hoot. You got to go check that out. There's the conference quest. There's the gaming. There's all the breakouts, add-ons. There's the merch we're talking about. Saturday's such a full day. A lot of really incredible things. And obviously you get to be in the main sessions and hear just from some really incredible people that we just feel so blessed to have them. So we cannot wait to be there with you. We're going to give away this in here in a second. The host will be in the chat. Before we do, let's get out of this chat quick because I don't want to get
I have an
cooked
idea.
by them.
I have an
Yes.
idea with the survival kit.
Okay.
Whatever the winner is, whatever number one ends up being, we should swap it.
Just like the leftovers
we'll-
of our can. Though.
Yeah.
Just
What?
Well, what?
We'll
no,
go
what?
buy another one.
That's what I'm meaning.
and we'll
That's what I
flip it
mean
in there.
because it's like what is this? The Alani?
Yeah, you
Yeah.
guys give them.
It's like if the
junk
Alani
ones.
ends up being
True.
like
Give them
trash.
1 and 2.
We can do
give
it.
them whatever lands on.
We can
1
do
and
it. I love it. Okay, so looking at this, I feel good with this.
I feel.
I would say that's one. I'm really sad because watermelon's my favorite, and
I cannot
that's
believe
for sure last.
you didn't like the watermelon Celsius. That actually blows my mind.
Not compared to the rest.
Yeah.
Well, no, actually, I don't care
You're
enough.
such a watermelon guy.
I would have switched these two. That G Fuel or Force,
Yeah,
whatever
that-
it's called. I didn't like that at all.
It's
am so triggered by the placement of the Red Bull
Why?
because it is definitely not better than the Welch's
It's also
collab.
perfect. It goes
Oh, dude, come on.
clean.
The Welch's
am
was
bothered
not
by
good.
that,
I would literally, if it were up to me, I'd actually do Pop Rocks ahead of Welch's, and I would do Red Bull ahead of Alani.
Golly.
You're saying this is Pop Rocks?
Hating on
Yeah.
the Welch's.
It tastes like Pop Rocks
All right,
to me.
but
I didn't like it.
number one,
I didn't say it was great.
number 1 and 2, you guys say is two
Well,
Monster.
I don't think he loved 2, but we trumped him on
I
2.
didn't really care
and
about 2.
So far, 1 is
The only one I feel passionate about is
All right.
the C4.
They say number 1 C4. Here's the only thing I have with the C4.
Is that C4? What is that?
Yeah, the only thing I have is it like my throat is burning.
It
like
burns.
it's still there.
I still
like,
feel it.
A long
Mango-
time later, it is
Mango
still
Fuego
burning.
Is a good
But 100%, I would say the C4.
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 I've never had that. That was.
I've
very-
never had that. That's a
I
very
love
unique
that. I have
experience.
nothing left in this book.
We do not recommend trying it,
was
but it
very
is pretty
good.
great.
Okay, guys. Right now, the host is going to drop the giveaway in the chat. We are so excited you hung out with us. If you hung out this long, we hope that you have the best experience ever at We Are One Conference 2026. It's truly going to be unforgettable, incredible. Come say hi to us. We'd love to be able to greet you, meet you, and I don't know, just make some memories together. Worshiping Jesus is going to be incredible. Mad love. Amagio Day 2026. We Are One
My
Conference.
handshaking, mad love, the shaking, mad love.
See you there.
See you tomorrow.